So today I'm going to be doing a 2025 unboxing of Motorola's Edge 50 Neo, released in August of last year. Now Motorola were kind enough to send me this phone over for the purposes of making this video. So if you're in the market for a new phone, the Motorola Edge 50 Neo could be a good option for you. And if you're into more budget tech videos, unboxings and reviews, hit subscribe. Let's get into it. Okay, so here is the Motorola Edge 50 Neo, and I've got it in the Pantone Poinciana, basically red. And I've also got the phone with 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage. And yeah, Motorola were kind enough to send me this phone over, so I'm really excited to get it unboxed. Let's lift that first packet, and then inside this packet you get your USB-C to C charging cable, a bit of paperwork, don't know what that is, a bit more paperwork, and then a colour matching case for the phone, which is really great as well. So we'll pop that aside for a second, and then we'll hopefully get to the phone underneath. Here we go, Motorola Edge 50 Neo, in that really nice red case with that sort of faux leather back. Typical Motorola design on the back there, triple camera setup, which we'll get a bit more into in a bit. Volume rockers on the right hand side with your power button, and then on the bottom, SIM tray, microphone, USB-C charging port and speaker grill, and then up the top just some Dolby Atmos branding as well. So we'll power the phone on, see if she's got any juice. She has. No screen protector applied, which is not surprising for a Motorola device. But this is a slightly more compact feeling device. Now, if I pick up the Honor 200, you can see that there's quite a big size difference between the two, and also with the Galaxy A56 as well. So we'll just go through the setup process of the Motorola Edge 50 Neo. And then we'll go through all of the OS as well after that. So I'm not setting up using another device. Scan into the Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi connection's in. I am unfortunately going to have to just plug this in for a second because it was telling me, 2% battery. So I'm going to have to do that just while I go through this setup bits. So it's just going to see if there's any updates available and getting the phone ready as well. So there's a 6.4 inch OLED display, LTPO, 120 Hz refresh rate, HDR10 Plus support, and 3000 nits of peak brightness. So it's a nice high quality display. Just sign into my Google address. So after popping in my email address and etc., it's asking me about my mobile network, which I'm just going to skip for a second. Create a PIN very quickly, and then we will set up the fingerprint scanner just so you can see how quickly it works. So it's an under display optical fingerprint scanner. Unsurprisingly, it's not going to be one of those ultrasonic ones given the price, but we'll just go through the setup. Seems to be pretty responsive. Obviously, once we've gone through the rest of the setup, I'll double check it as well. Don't want to copy my apps and data, except all the usual Google bits and bobs. I don't want to turn back up on just yet. Choose your browser. This is, of course, the usual bits and bobs. Now you can continue the setup. I normally say leave and get reminder, but I'll click continue just for a second, just so you can see the next steps. It's about setting up Google Assistant, voice matching, etc. I will skip Google Pay. I don't really want to add any more apps. And with a bit of luck, don't want to get notifications just yet. Don't want to get any more of those or sign up for that just yet. And then of course you can switch between buttons and gestures. I will go on gestures because that's typically what I tend to use. Light and dark mode, or you can transition based on the time of day. I'll keep it on light mode for now. And then hopefully we're all finished. You can go through a few other bits there if you really want to, but for now, I will just go to the home screen. No, I don't want to do that. Skip that. And here we have the Motorola Edge 50 Neo, rocking the usual stock sort of version of Android that you come to expect on Motorola devices. Although typically, as you can see here, they've started to add a few other preloaded apps. Let's flip the phone onto silent for a minute. So you have got things like Monopoly, Ball Sort Puzzle, LinkedIn, a couple of other games and a few bits and bobs, which, as far as I know, oh, come on. You should be able to, there we go. You can uninstall that game straight away if you don't want it on there. So that's just your typical setup. One of the first things I tend to do, well, it's not a pinch one, it's press and hold, is go into home settings, and then you can toggle with a few other bits. Let's just, I think I've got a saw, go into settings that way. Hopefully it will let me do it. If you type in grid size, no results. So it won't actually let me change from 4 icons to 5 icons, which is what I typically do. But jumping into the normal settings bit, it's nothing particularly exciting. It's the usual bits. You can jump into personalize and jump into wallpapers and create with AI, or there's some images preloaded onto the phone like that, so you can change all of those. And then if you go back again, you can go on themes, which will change the whole layout of the wallpaper, you know, the colors of your icons up here, etc. You can change your fonts as well. There's a few different ones. I quite like the square one for whatever reason, so we'll go back onto there. And then you've got colors, which you can select, which will change again the colors of these icons up here. And then you've got icon shape. I tend to keep it as the, was it squircle that they call it, or you can go to completely square, circle, whatever. Lock screen information, display size and text. Layout, that's what I was looking for. So I tend to go 5x6, I think is the one I want, because then that gives me the option to have 5 icons down the bottom and just lets you squeeze a little bit more onto your home screen, etc. So powering the Edge 50 Neo is the MediaTek Dimensity 7300. It's a pretty typical mid-range processor, absolutely capable of doing most of your bog standard bits and bobs, built on a 4nm process. And then you get 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs on this device, but you can have up to 12 gigs of RAM and 512, but it is just UFS 2.2 storage, so not the fastest storage speeds on the market. Flipping around onto the cameras, you get, as you can see, a triple lens setup, 50 megapixel main, 10 megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 13 megapixel ultra wide with support for up to 4K video recording. And then you get a 13 megapixel selfie camera, which can also shoot 4K video as well. So let's just jump into said camera just to take a couple of sample shots. Main, ultra wide, 2x crop, and then 3x as well. Now I don't know whether it's because the phone is still setting up a little bit, but the transition between the different lenses or the different focal lengths was a bit slow on there. Let's just try closing that down a minute, and we'll try that again. It's still downloading a few apps, which might explain why it's just a little bit stuttery. But jumping from main to ultra wide to main, I mean, you couldn't really say there's a huge delay, but you know, it's not as fluid as what you'd find on maybe a flagship phone. And then if you swipe to more, you've got a few other options like night vision, photo booth, tilt shift, dual capture, etc. You've got a pro mode, portrait mode, normal photo, video, and then you can change the aspect ratio of your video and your frame rate, etc. as well. And then you've got a slow-mo as well. So jumping into the photo, you can go into your settings and just tweak a few more bits and bobs in there, add a watermark, etc. But I will be going into this a little bit more in my full review. But overall, it seems like a really nice phone. The display is really high quality. And the design of the phone is really nice as well. Let's just pop the case on as well, which actually makes the phone look quite nice as well. So that's just very quickly the Motorola Edge 50 Neo. If you want a phone that's got a slightly smaller footprint, this could certainly be an option. Like I said, certainly against the Honor 200, which is about a similar sort of £250 price, depending on where you get it. Let's take it out of the case for a second. There you go. So yeah, there is a little bit of a difference in size between the two. But yeah, so if you want a slightly more compact phone, the Edge 50 Neo could certainly be a good option for you. Let's quickly jump into the settings ever so quickly and just go into the updates. So there is a version there that it is downloading as well. But you do get up to 5 years of Android updates and security patches on this phone. Whether Motorola change that and reduce it, which I think they have been known to do in the past, we will certainly see. But that's what you're getting so far with the Edge 50 Neo. Definitely get subscribed to see my full review of this phone and potentially some comparisons with other devices in a similar sort of price point. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.